Baby, if Paw Patrol is not activated on this one, y'all excuse me for laughing while I do this reaction because I'm telling you, it is super funny watching Jasmine try and love Bentley. It is funny. I know I'm a little bit behind, y'all. I've been trying to catch up. I've been out here teaching classes behind the scene and working on some things, but y'all, we got to talk about it. We have to talk about it. So here go. Look at Rocket. See, he knows we talking about dogs and talk. See, every time I talk about Bentley, he gets to going. It's like he has a sense. But Jasmine went live, supposedly after animal control left, which this is the thing that caught my eye with it. If anybody knows over here, right? When animal control came to my house, I filmed it. I was on live. They knocked on the door. I cut my camera on. You are allowed to film them. Now, if she's going to take time out to try and film a so-called CPS worker, why wouldn't she have just filmed the actual visit from the actual Paw Patrol, the pound, the dog pound, baby? And did she try to have Bentley dressed up with the bandana? He could hula hoop with that bandana. The bandana was bigger than him. But anyways, girl, why you didn't film it? Why did you not film it? Then people would have maybe believed you a little bit more because you sure can do that. That's number one that caught my eye. Number two, she was up there holding Bentley so tight. Ooh, and y'all was just going on in them comments. So let's just do this, okay? Not the wig is greasier than Bentley's fur. Now, who said that? Valentina B. Oh, my goodness. It took me out. I was sitting there cracking up. Then someone said, like, really, when have you seen her hold or kiss Bentley ever? Now that animal control was called, she's all over Bentley. She does the same thing with the kids. Shake my head. Ooh, ain't that the truth? Because we never see her lovey-dovey with the kids, but then when she started talking about CPS, she want to try and do their hair with all that got-to-be glue and those crooked parts and pretend that she loves them. Then the next day after so-called CPS come, we get the morning routine and she's washing their face and brushing their teeth, that kind of thing. But as she was recording, Bentley was sitting there like, get the fuck off me. That's what he was thinking. But baby, in the background, Legendary was going crazy. And who said this? Who said this? They said the way Bentley, God, y'all, the way Legendary sounds, somebody need to contact the Early Childhood Alliance. And then somebody said, well, I can't hear with that bird squawking in the background. No, I'm just saying this. Y'all, I am not talking about the child. We're talking about the mama, okay? So since it's brought up and since it was a big part of the video, we are going to touch on that for a second, okay? So let's get that one out the way. When it came to Legendary being in the background, he was making a lot of noises. I think he's really just hearing himself make noises. I'm not going to lie, y'all. Some of the noises he's made, I've heard of babies cooing. I've heard of kids babbling. I've heard of kids saying mama, dad, something like that. I've never ever heard a kid go, ah, wah, wah. I've never heard that. I will say that. I ain't never heard it. And that's about how the sounds he makes. Also, I've never seen a kid that's trying to learn how to crawl start going backwards and then sitting in his walker and walking backwards. Jasmine, that might be a hint to you that something is going on. Because every time Legendary tries to do something, it's never the forward motion. It's always a backwards motion. We seen the little snippet she dropped of Chris and hyping Legendary up to get him crawling. He bounced up twice, and then he started going backwards. And we see him in his walker all the time, and he can only go backwards. I mean, you might want to get that checked out, but then again, we told you to get a lot of things checked out, and you just didn't. So therefore, we're going to go back to talking about Bentley, because if we give her any advice on her child, we might as well just be literally talking to Rocket, literally talking to Bentley, because it's just not going to happen, right? But I had to figure out, I had to read those comments because I said, no, they didn't. These people, y'all is off the chain. It was funny. Now, back to Bentley, all right? She was sitting there holding him so tight. And I'm not saying this because I'm body shaming, so let me make it clear for the bitches in the back. But Jasmine has some big, strong man arms. She has some big old strong man arms. And Bentley was ready to get down, and she was gripping him with those bionic arms, and he just like he was going to pop. I don't get what Jasmine was even talking about. It made absolutely no sense. And this is what I mean. See, Jasmine, you always run yourself up. Jasmine always runs herself up. I'm rebranding my channel and I'm doing it this way and I'm doing it that way. But then when you started Veda, where you have to vlog every day, you started telling too much and showing too much. Girl, you should have, I know you have ran out of back to school ideas, so you needed something to draw people in. But the constant CPS calling, dog patrol calling, and everything else, girl, from what you claim that they said to animal control, it has to be someone around you. How can someone, okay, I understand when you said they threw Bentley. That's the truth. They did. We seen them. They was using him like he was a play toy, like he was one of their rattles. He was shaken and not stirred. We seen it. We seen it. But that was like what? Last year at Thanksgiving. So I don't think people are calling about that. I think you just threw that in there because you knew it happened. But the main problem was that you also said that whoever called said that Bentley whines and cries throughout the whole night. He's continuously yelping and they hear him constantly. So then you also said that the kids were rough with him in the backyard. So we rarely see you play with Bentley. Like you said, you barely put him on camera. We haven't seen the kids interact with Bentley really since the bouncing him around, bouncing around, bouncing around. Since then, we have not seen him. Therefore, if someone is hearing him at night when you're not on YouTube, all signs point to your neighbors, okay? But if your neighbors are calling on you, then, girl, you got a whole nother problem. Because that means they're seeing something that we're not seeing. So that means that just as trifling as you are on camera, then you're actually that trifling off camera. And see, that's what she don't realize. Jasmine doesn't realize she's the neighbor that nobody wants. The sooner that she realizes that nobody wants to hear them outside playing in the backyard, boom! Ooh, excuse me, y'all. See, I was about to get messy. And all that stuff and yelling and kicking and screaming and dog barking, dog howling. You're bringing down the property value. You got people up in there that's punching holes in the wall, punching holes in the, the damn refrigerator. You're bringing down the property value. That's probably why they did it. If y'all keep in mind, remember when she was at the apartment, right? And she kept blaming it on everybody on YouTube. They calling CPS. They calling up to my apartment complex. They saying Chris ain't on the lease. They doing this. They doing that. They call us in all the confusion. And then about 4 videos later, if you keep in mind, she said, well, the neighbors are the one complaining about me, the ones that live below me. She's like, but I try to keep the kids quiet and keep them down, but they're tired of the stumping. So, girl, this is like a repeat. This is a repeat. It's obvious. The neighbors called on you. They're tired of you. They want you gone. They're trying to slowly get you out. And if I still don't believe the whole CPS calling her mama, then they texting her and all that jar bar. And if it is, it's your neighbors doing that too. Because, see, they know things that people on YouTube would know. And then you got on here and admitted it. Yes, he does howl throughout the night because he's in a cage. How in the hell will we know that? See, you offer too much information. Y'all, I wanted to check in on that and let y'all, hear my thoughts, and I want to hear your thoughts. So I'll see you in the comments below.